If you're complaining about the same thing over and over again, then you choose it. And it is serving you in some kind of form. Let me explain. I don't want nobody to get vexed. It's today I realize that for myself. Because if you're going through a hardship or whatever situation, right? And you keep complaining it to your loved ones, your friends, instead of changing it, it is serving you in some kind of way, because otherwise you're a grown-ass person. You would leave the situation because you have free will as well, right? Let me explain. So today I find out why it is that I'm not changing a certain way about me. For example, I'm doing this children's book, right? Drawing and painting it. And a lot of times I'm coming to this conclusion that I can't really transfer what is in my mind onto paper. I'm coming on to TikTok to complain about it to all you. And I'm doing it over and over again. And I get vexed about myself that I'm not just getting over it and just move on. Because really and truly, this is a children's book and children have a vivid imagination. I could draw a stick owl and children still gonna understand, right? But today I find out. It's like, Christina, why is it that you can't just get over it? I realize that since I'm small, the most validation I get and the most attention I get from my mother is when I struggle. I never get the same validation when I finish something or when I did something well. She's my biggest critic. When I come to her and show her illustration, a drawing, she would always find a mistake, find a way how I would do it better. She's not doing that on purpose, I realize, right? She grew up in the Soviet Union time where women were not allowed to take up space. So anything she did, she was criticized. So she gave it back to me. Whenever my brother do a little small thing, he's the king and the best man in whatever discipline, whatever he doing, right? I learn from small without even realizing, without knowing it consciously, consciously, whatever, without knowing it, realizing it, that I getting the most attention when I complain instead of just working through it. Once I realized that today, Olio, that was the biggest aha moment in the longest while. Once you realize and observe it, you could let it go. You then realize, but I don't need no validation from Olio. I know I could do it. And my best ability, however I could draw it the best, it's gonna be good enough, because what doesn't serve you, you don't need to keep. So what is it that you keep complaining about in your life that is serving you in some kind of way and you don't want to let it go, and you prefer to keep complaining about it rather than to change it? Wise moments, Elia, and not even one drop of rum involved, Life is funny sometimes.